here I am. I just kind of felt like turning on my camera. Well, I felt like coming in here and doing something into my room here. And so I figured I'll just turn on my camera, and whatever I do, I will get a picture of it, like a moving picture, you know. And so what I want to do is I want to work. Okay, here, let's see. Let me put this right here. Let me put this right here. And then I need to get thread. Oh, I guess I got to show you what I'm working on. Just a minute here. Let's put you right down here. Look, see my nose? I don't have that fixed yet. I'm going to be getting that fixed. Next week, I have an appointment at the dermatologist. He's going to work on this. But after today I went to my little doctor. Man, I'm glad I loved that guy, because if I didn't. But anyway, I went to my little doctor, and because he had to take this little cancer thing off my arm. He already had done a biopsy on it, and he says that it was a little cancer, because the biopsy said it was like a little baby cancer, little baby cancer. And so he had to take that thing off of there. And I just kept telling him, nah, I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine, because it didn't really look all that bad, but it was weird how it felt, And so he finally convinced me that it needed to come out, and it wouldn't heal. This one spot wouldn't heal anyway. So yeah, I went to the doctor, and now look at this Band-Aid. You see that Band-Aid? Let me get back down here for you. Yes, 5 stitches in there. I'll have to, oh my, I did not realize they'd have to cut out that much. It's like they cut out this round piece about the size of a quarter. And then he dug under and pulled out like part of my guts. I mean, well, you got guts in your arm? Pulled that out, and then sutured it up, stitched it up. Well, I wasn't looking, though. I really wasn't looking. I would just glance every once in a while. I go, oh, I can't look at that. And then when I seen him pulling up like this thread, then I had to look. I said, what is that? He goes, that's your sutures. I said, you mean you have to suture it shut? He goes, uh-huh. That's the way we work it here. And so he stitched it all shut, and it's still all numb. I can't feel anything there. I did feel that injection he gave me to numb it. But so I go back in 10 days and he'll take the stitches out. But then I got to thinking, well, if they've got to cut that much out of my nose, I ain't gonna have no nose left. It's gonna be, oh, hang on, you guys. I gotta, oh, it's my phone. Just a minute. The hubster just carried me my purse because my alarm is going off. Okay, there. He won't stick his hand at my purse. I think he thinks I got spiders. So I'm gonna pause this. Okay. All right, there. I got my pills. Now, I want to show you what I'm doing. You may not be interested, but I want to show you nonetheless. Let me see. I don't want that to... Okay, anyway. I got to get some thread here. And I think I'll use this right here. Yeah? Okay, so then that's all the thread I need is that piece there. I want that. That's like friendship thread. Okay, I'm going to use this. But I'll show you what I'm going to do, what I'm doing. First of all, this is what I'm using. These, let me see if I can put that right there. Okay. These here things, I don't know if you've ever been on, Pink Poodle Crafts has got an auction every Sunday night. Sometimes she did, this week she had it on Monday because Sunday was Mother's Day. But once a week, usually, as long as she's feeling okay, she does an auction, but she finds things mostly at the creative reuse that she has in her area over there in Nashville. And she finds these awesome things, and then she auctions them off, and this is how she makes her living and supports her channel. And so, but she had some of these, which are samples, fabric samples that are upholstery fabric. Look at that one. How awesome is that one? But so what I'm doing with them, and there was like about 40 of them. There's a bunch of them. Well, I didn't count them, I'm guessing. And so what I'm doing is this. Whoops. This is 2 of them. I decorated one side and then decorated the other. I mean, I did 2 pieces. So I took one and then took another. I decorated one piece and I decorated another. And then when I had them all decorated the way I wanted, then I put them together. And see how the little grommet just lines up? And then I blanket stitched it all the way around. I did the blanket stitch around, which holds them together, not the top. The top is open, because some of you know I've been making prayer flags, or flags of hope, and because I'm calling them flags of hope, because yeah, that's what I'm calling them. So that's how I start them. Now, if you wanted to do one, all you need is just, you probably wouldn't have these, but it's amazing. And Pink Poodle Crafts is not asking me to toot their horn or whatever. It's just, I find that she has got the most awesome auction ever. I mean, especially if you don't have anything, because like when I got this bunch of things, it was a pile of different things, different fabric scraps, different scraps of upholstery fabrics. It was just a whole bunch of stuff, and I bid on it, and thank God I won it. And some things, the price goes up and I can't afford to buy it for myself, and so I have to just say out, and somebody else will get it, and then hopefully something else will come up. Now at her last, I just got these a couple days ago, which I ordered, and which I got from a couple weeks ago auction, but and this week I got beads. I won some beads, and so I'm excited to get the beads. But now, as you can see here, I used I first stitched on some rickrack here, and I just stitched them on with slow stitching, and I used that stitch, that little knot thing. I am getting bad. And so that French knot, I stitched those stems on. Then here I made yo-yos, but then I also covered a metal button with the same kind of fabric. So that made these flowers, and they're so pretty. And then here I just haphazardly put I embroidered some like little grass, with green floss. And then I just took a mismatch of buttons and stitched those there too, and it kind of looks like little flowers. Here was just a piece of trim, and I stitched that to the top. Every bit is just hand stitched. And then on the back here I wrote hope, and that is with just some embroidery floss. I didn't even write the word first. It doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect. And so, and then I wrote the word in green, and then I put some yellow French knots on it just to give it some pizzazz. And again, some of the yo-yos, this one with a button, and this one with a button. And then on this one too, I put the trim. The grommets were already in there. So if you were making something like this, you probably wouldn't have this, like I say, but if you have, I like the heavier fabric, so if you do have something like scraps of upholstery or something, and that's one thing that Pink Poodle Crafts does have a lot of times, is like a book of fabric samples that might be upholstery, and when you can get that whole book of different samples, oh my gosh, you just can take them to the take it to the bank. It's that valuable. But you can make the most fun things. Now this is what I'm going to do with this. This is a flag of hope. I just took a strip of fabric, and then I tied it in, like every 2 inches I tied a knot, because see, if it was just a strip of fabric, and see, it showed the inside and then the outside. Well, I folded it in half and tied a knot, and then went down again and tied a knot, like every 2 inches. So, but this is what I'm doing with this. You can use this as a prayer flag, a thought flag, anything that you want. And like, I might, this right here, this came from this here little piece. It says paper dolls on there, but that came from Tammy Wolf when she just sent me a box of a Happy Mail. I'm gonna write her name on there, Tammy. Okay, I'm gonna write that on there, and I'm gonna just drop that in there. Just drop that in there, because now when this hangs on my line with the rest of my flags, because I have flags already hanging on the line outside, and I want to fill up that line. But then if I think of somebody else that maybe needs prayer, or maybe needs just some thoughts sent their way, that is going to go in this pouch, in this flag pouch, and it'll just hang. I just hang it on the line with like a little clothespin. Now just hang it up there. And so, but now I'm not quite finished with this. What I want to do, what I always like on my, let's see, here's one right here. Let me see if I can get this one. This one here, this one's not a pocket. This is the ones I wear. This one I was doing a while back. I haven't finished this one yet, so it's not on the line. But I like to have the fringe on the bottom. This one does not have a pocket, although I could put a pocket, I could add to this and have a pocket, but I'm not going to, because I like this. I like both sides. So this one here, maybe I'll take and write a name on there. Maybe I'll write a name. Maybe I'll write, oh, let me show you something I just got. I ordered from Amazon some of this twill ribbon. Look at that huge thing. But it's twill. You know what I want to see? Okay, I think it'd probably be better if I cut it with pinking shears, but I think, oh yes, oh my word, yes. It is going to fray so beautifully. And what I wanted, the reason I ordered this twill ribbon, is because I want to make labels. And I'm going to get, let's see, is this my, okay, yeah. Oopsie. I didn't come in here with any plan. But is this my fabric? Yes, permanent fabric markers. That's what these are. I got these from Artesia. So now if I want to write a name, or if I want to write a word, I'm writing believe. It's one of my favorite words. Believe. which I should have wrote the word first and then cut it, because my E is just barely getting in there. But that's okay. I got plenty. So there, you can write your word in there. Now, if I wanted to decorate that word up some, I could go and put some French knots on that or something. And then I could put this right there on, stitch it on there. I could stitch it right on there and have a word. And that's why I ordered that roll, so I could write words. And that is, and then, oh, let me show you what else I ordered too. I just been crazy ordering stuff. But this is also twill, and this is a twill ribbon as well. I can't write on this one, but I just loved it. Look at that. Look at this. Every one of them is 12 in, I mean, it goes 12 inches and then 12 inches. How much is on here? 25 yards. 25 yards, so there's 75 12-foot rulers on here. This is so amazing. So from 12, 1, there you go. That's a whole, that's 1 foot. So there's 75 foots on there. I love that too. Let me show you what else I ordered. This here is a tote bag. It's just a little tote bag. This is not what I come in here for. Well, I didn't know what I come in here for. But this is just a little tote bag. It's only, let's see, it's like, okay, it's 8 inches wide by 9 inches deep. And it's just a little canvas bag. But I want to make a bohemian bag out of this. I want to make a bohemian bag, and I ordered these. I think there's a dozen. I think there's a dozen in the package. So I'm planning to make a dozen. Let me check something here. Super outlet, but there's a bunch of them in here. Maybe there's not a dozen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, a dozen. Okay, so there's a dozen of these. But I thought this will be fun to make, like, for my family, to decorate, because I want to decorate these. I just want them all like bohemian. I want ribbons on them. I want buttons on them. I want to just cover this whole thing up. Once I get it covered up, and because then there'll be a lot of stitches on the inside, then I'm going to make a lining to go on the inside. A lining will go there, and I think this is going to be awesome. So I hope I'm giving you some pretty ideas that you all might want to do too. I'll go ahead and put these bags, and I'm going to put the twill tape, and I'm going to put the ruler. I'll put that on the what I ordered. I'll put that on my in my affiliate link in case you are interested in the same thing. But okay, so what I want to do with this, let's get back to this part. I want to take my needle that okay, here's my needle. Now, and I'm going to thread this needle with this red thread. And I'm going to put a fringe on the bottom, but the fringe is going to be, I dug this little box out, which this box is, and yeah, dug. That's exactly what I do. I have to dig through stuff to find things. And this too, I got that from Stacey Evans at the Pink Poodle. And that she made. She made that. And she makes a lot of things with this process. And I don't remember what it's called. But she makes a lot of things, and then she sells them too. Well, geez, if I can get that through the needle hole. There we go. And then put thread through the needle threader and then get it pulled through. There we go. That works good. So I pull my needle threader in there. And then I'm going to just give me some thread here. And I'm going to, there we go. So now I'm going to, what I want to do here now is I want to just get some of these things I have in this little box is nothing but little old jewelry parts. And so, but there's different things I have in here. And I don't expect this, a little angel. That's cute. That little angel will go through. Oh yeah, my needle will go through there. So that I'm going to use for sure. And so, oh, that come off of an earring. And so, oh, look at, I have, that's one of the Tim Holtz little things. You know what? I like that. I might use that. Okay, see, well, first what I should do, hi, Papa. Oops, I don't want to hang it at the top. I want to hang it. I could hang it from the top, though. I actually could hang something from the top. That could be, that's pretty, but doesn't have a hole in it. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, no, it doesn't. That's not a hole. No, that's not a hole. Okay, so if I take, like, this bead. Oh, wait. Elizabeth, would you just get your mind straight? I'm going to start by putting my needle through here, and I'm going to take a stitch there to make sure it's on there good and secure. And then I'm going to just find things that I think I would want to have. Okay, here's a nice little sparkly bead. Oh, it won't go on the needle, but this one will. This black one, yeah, that one goes on the needle. See? And so, let's see, how will I do this? Oh, I know what I can do. Wait a minute. I'm going to get some different pieces first. Let's see, what will I get? See, here is some, this is just, will the needle, oh, that needle won't go through there. Those are shells. I'd have to have a smaller needle for that. Oh, what about these? No. All right, this is what, let's see, I've got another bucket of beads. Just a minute, let me get this one right here. Oh, good grief, that's heavy treasures. Okay, see, I got that bucket of beads. These are bigger beads. Ooh, I love beads. I just love it. Love them, love them. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use some of these beads. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so if I go with maybe this bead, this wooden bead, right there, and then, let's see, then this wooden bead, and then another one of these wooden beads, and let's see, and okay, then maybe now the black one. Okay, put the black one there, and then get another one of these little wooden beads. Well, they're not exactly the same, are they? But it's okay. That one's kind of, maybe that won't. See. Oh, let me see. Oh, there's all sizes of beads in here. This one, and this one, and then this one. Okay, yeah, let me get this big one off of here, because now this one I don't want on there, so I'm going to take that off of there again. Okay, now. Okay, so now I'm going to put the black one on, and then I'll put this one, and this one. There. Now I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to stitch again back in this. And this is one of the most fun things about slow stitching, is that you can do anything you want. There is absolutely no rules. And so, and whatever you find, I mean, anything you find can go on your slow stitching. Any kind of beads, any kind of fabrics, any kind of trims. Just anything you find. Now, you might get a tangle in there, but don't let that bother you. Just take your time. We're slow stitching. Take your time and get that. There we go. Oh, no, now we're tangled on this one. Okay, there we go. I got it. There. Now, that one will hang like that. See? So that's pretty. Now, I want to... That one will just hang down like that. And then I want my angel there. So let's see. I think what I'll do here, let me go over. I'm going to go back now. I'm going to go over here with my thread. I'm not going to tie that off. I'm just going to go. I got to go this way. Ow! Good grief, Elizabeth. Why do I put my hand in the way of the needle? No blood, I'm good. So now, if let's see how I'll do this one now. Okay, yeah. Now this one I'm going to take, this is, it's like, almost like a rose, but it's a bead. A rose, okay. And then I want to have, let's see if I have something sparkly. Let me see, sparkly. Well, this will work. This is pretty. I'll go like this. Then I'm going to go with my rose. Not rose, angel. Angel, you're going to go on here, right like this. Because for the reasoning for my prayer flag being to send hope to other people, to other countries, whatever I put inside the pocket, we need angels for that. Okay, so I'm going to go through that bottom bead. Okay, so that's the bottom bead. So then I'll go back through the angel, back through this white bead, and then back through the rose bead. Okay, so now I've went through all of those beads. Okay, let's see. Let me get that. Oh, pretty. Oh, I'm glad I used the red thread too. Okay, so now I'm going to go up, and what I'm going through the 2 layers, so the 2 layers of fabric there, of the fabric. So my thread is, my stitches are showing, but it kind of, there you go, it just kind of hides it a little bit. So there I have that group of beads, and then that, the one with the little angel, she is so cute. And then let's see, oh, look at this, how pretty that is. Looks like a disco ball. this goes here, and this goes there, and that goes just about anywhere. La 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 la, dee 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 dum. Ooh, that's pretty. That could go at the bottom. See, because that's got a little hoop at the top. So this could go at the very bottom of this. And I'm just picking pretty. I'm not picking for matchy-watchy. I'm just picking pretty. Look at this huge bead. That is really a bead. That is really big. What else is in here? Okay, no, let me go back over here. And, ooh, this is pretty. Let's see, how long will I want that to be? About, that's good. That's good, right? Okay, so I need to go back over. I need to go over a little bit. So there's space between each dangle. Okay. So I just got my thread stitched because I ended up here right above that dangle, so I had to move my thread over. Okay, so I'm going to, I do think I want one more. Maybe I'll use one of these little wooden ones. It's the same as these over here, except a little darker color. That looks like a small hole. No, it went through. And then this one. And then through this little loop that's on this. So this is nice. Now see, that's a jewelry piece. And so you can use a jewelry piece, and because it's already got like that hoop there that held it to its original piece of jewelry, then that is what works good for holding it to the bottom. Go back through that bead, go back through this bead, and go back through the first bead, and there you go. Now pony beads would be fun on here too. They're so colorful and stuff. I got a gallon jar of them up there in that shelf. Okay, so now I have that there. So now I'm going to get that cinched on there. Yeah, I'm now a little concerned about my nose. I just don't know if I should just leave it like it is. But he doesn't say it. If that is actually cancerous on my nose, which he says I'm 99.9% sure it is, and you just leave it go, you're not going to like the outcome. So I said, So I have an appointment for Tuesday, next Tuesday. Oh, look at that bead. That's wooden, but it's almost like a geometric wooden bead. That's fun. And here's a wooden one that's pink. And ooh, this looks cracked. It looks like it's cracked. We used to crack marbles, and I don't remember how we did it. We used to have a way to crack marbles, and then we'd wire wrap them. I think we put them in hot water and then dipped them out and put them in ice water. I think I'm probably wrong, but let's see if there's a hole in here. But we used to crack marbles. Okay, there's the hole there. You know, I don't know if this string is going to be long enough for this. I don't think so. Let me see how that looks. Oh yeah, maybe it will be. Okay, I want a little bead now. Let me see if I find a little bead. Ooh, look at that one. That's going to go on the next one. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bead. Here's a little green bead. And so I'm just going to go through that little, oh, maybe it won't go through that little green bead. Nope, it won't. Put that in there. So, ooh. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. That's going to go on here. Look at that. Now that come from an old piece of jewelry right there. But see, it's got the little hole up there from whatever. Well, I got to pull that little piece of wire off of there. I get me these hemostats. See if I can pull that off of there. No, it doesn't want to pull off of there. I'm not going to try because I'm afraid I'd break the original loop there. Oh, but now that won't go through there. Oh, no, that won't work, Elizabeth. You got to get that wire out of there. Okay, so let me try that again. Let me see. Today, Dr. John was using hemostats. Oh, what is that? He goes, in hemostats. I said, oh, I thought they were scissors. But then I realized that I have a pair of them, and they'll probably be good because he was using them to pull the needle through. And then my flesh, pulling the needle through my flesh. But I said, I got a pair of them. I'm going to use that for pulling my needle. Oh, no, that won't fit. Oh, I wonder if I can just... I want this. I want it on there. So what? I wonder if I can just put that thread with a needle threader. Maybe. Let me see if I can just get that thread through here without using it on the needle. Ooh, where's that needle threader? There's a will. There's a way. Come on, I can do it. Come on. Come on. So we'll put the needle threader through that hole, and then we'll get the thread through the hole, and through the needle threader, and then pull the hole. Oh yeah, there we go. See that? I knew I could do it. Okay, there we go. Now, oh yeah. Okay, now, oh, I need a needle threader again, probably, to get this back through the needle. Or will it just go through? Oh, it just went through the needle. My thread loves me. Okay, good. And we're going again back through those beads. That bottom one is going to hold them all together. And this is going to be just beautiful. And then I want to make more. And yeah, I want to make more. I would say that I'd put them in my Etsy store, but I don't know that I'd do that. Because I keep saying I'm going to put something in my Etsy store. Then people send me emails. I thought you said you were going to... Oh, yeah, I did say that. I did say that, but I think I was lying. Because I am not... I don't work like I should. Okay, let's see if I can get that in here, and that way I have like a little knot to hold that up. I tie a little knot there, a little knot. There we go. And then I don't want to pull that thread off of there, so I'm just going to hide it in between. See there? And I can't pull that needle, so I'll get them old hemostats and pull them through. Pull it through. There we go. And I'll just pull that little, nip that little end off. There we go, because I don't need that. So far, that is my my fringe. I'm only going to put one more on here, one more piece, and it's not even. See how it's not even? But that's just fine. Boy, I wonder if I wanted to put one of these on there. Nah. Okay, so now I'm going to put on, let's see. I love that. Isn't that pretty? That is pretty. I don't know where I got half of this. It's probably, I probably received it in Happy Mails, which, and I should remember every little thing that comes in the Happy Mail, but I don't. I have a poor memory. Look at that. This will be good. And then with one small bead at the bottom. Okay. So, but now I have to get more thread. Where did it? Okay, there it is. Okay, so I don't need this here. I didn't even use anything. How'd that fit in there before? Okay, now. So, now I'm going to put that last piece up there. Okay, now. See how I wind up with all this mess around me? I do that. That's how I work. I am a collector of a mess. I'm a mess collector. I was hoping I'd get weighed at the doctor's office, but they didn't weigh me today. I really wanted to see if my new eating plan is paying off. That's what I wanted to see. But now I still have a while to go, and then I'll get weighed and see if it's paying off. Because I think I'm tired of being a heavyweight, wearing that wide load sign. Okay, now I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put my thread on, and now this one's going to be on this end. So it'll be, yeah. Put that around there a couple little times. Make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. And then, let's see how well we do this. I'm going to put this big one up first. Beautiful one. This big beautiful one. And then I'll get this big beautiful one. And then I'll get this big beautiful one. And then, where'd the little baby one go? Oh, there it is. Little baby one. Okay. Now go around the baby one and in through the big one. So whichever your bottom one is, you go around it. Don't go back through that. You just go around it. Because that's going to hold the rest of them on. And there we go. Now we'll put that through that. I love those beads. They're so pretty with it. Looks like like I said, it's like a disco ball. Okay, and we'll get that in there. And pull that up a little bit. So not so tight that it won't dangle, because you want it to dangle. You want the angle of the dangle to be good. So, and I'm calling this, see, I always forget what I'm calling it, but I'm calling this my pocket of hope. Pocket of hope. And so then you can use it for your prayers or sending wishes or whatever you hope for, you put in that. If you're hoping to get a Lamborghini, it probably won't work, but hey, what the heck? Put it in your pocket of hope. Yeah, you probably won't get a Lamborghini. But if you're hoping for your friend to feel better, put your friend's name in there. If you're hoping for world peace, like we were talking about the other day, put that in the pocket. Now this is going to be outside, so it's going to get rained upon. It's going to get wind blown. All of those things are going to happen. But you know what? That's fine. You know, this here, I'm really looking. No, I like this though. This is going to go on something. That clock. But no, it won't go on this because this is enough. This is enough right now. Right here. Right here now. This is enough. But now, that is what's hanging. And as you can see, they're all of different lengths. But didn't that make that whole thing just look better to have this hanging? And when this is hanging out on my when this is hanging out on my line with all my prayer flags, my care flags, my prayer flag, you know what? This here, this came in from IC Designs. This was in the this was in my cup I ordered from IC Designs. DESIGNZ. IC Designs. And she made my my cup. Her name is Irene. And you know what? I am going to put her name on here. Okay, and I'm put her in there. That is her right in there. I'm putting her in my pocket because now, see, my wish for Irene is that because she's trying to make a little go of her home-based business, and this I'm putting that in here to show that I care. And there's the hope. Look how pretty that is. And that's all you have to do to put the beaded fringe. If you have the beads and you just, you'll have to use a little, I'm using the floss, not the embroidery floss, but the friendship floss. I'm using that on here. And I'll keep an eye on it, to see how well it holds up. But I think it'll hold up. But you can also use, any kind of threads. Now, you might not be able to hang things outside. I'm hanging outside. This is going outside. And because I got a lot of outside. And some of you might live in an apartment or someplace where you can't hang something outside. Well, then you can still hang this in indoors, or maybe in a window, something. But I believe, and the way that Tibetan prayer flags are, is if you have no place but inside the house to hang it, well, then you hang it in the house, but make sure you move it from place to place, because you can hang this on a doorknob. I think this would be awesome on a doorknob. So you can hang it anywhere. Hang it on your cupboard doorknob, in the kitchen, anywhere. And so that's what you can do. Okay, I want to read. Oh, somebody loves you. We need to be reminded always that somebody loves you. But let me tell you, just me and Papa were talking earlier this morning about how we must love ourselves. Before we can love anybody else correctly, we have to love ourselves. And once we love ourselves, we can take that love and share it. So this book says, Somebody Loves You. This was sent to me by Stephanie Bolden from Stephanie B's Crafting and Sewing. I think she changed her name from Stephanie B's Crafting and Sewing to Glue and something. I have to find that out for sure so I can change that in this book. But I'm going to find, let me just, oh, here's one that is called People's Problems. Well, I don't know if you've noticed it, but all of us have problems. All of us have problems. I have this nose going on. And I like my nose because pretty soon it may be gone. Doesn't bother me. My doctor says, that's going to leave a scar on your arm. I said, I've never had a scar in my life. I'll finally have a scar that I can brag about. This surgery, this high dollar life and death surgery I had today. Life and death. Yeah. Okay. People's problems. Everyone has problems in this restless world of care. Everyone grows weary with the cross they have to bear. Everyone is troubled and their skies are overcast, and they try to face the future while still dwelling in the past. But the people with their problems only listen with one ear, for people only listen to the things they want to hear. And they only hear the kind of things they are able to believe. And the answers that are God's to give, they're not ready to receive. So while the people's problems keep growing every day, and man vainly tries to solve them in his own self-willful way, God seeks to help and watches, waiting always patiently to help them solve their problems, whatever they may be. So may the people of all nations at last become aware that God will solve the people's problems through faith and hope and prayer. And that's kind of what we've been talking about lately. Like my little prayer pocket, I can put world peace. Well, I made a flag just for world peace. That's one of them that I made. But I'm going to add world peace into my pocket here. Now I'm going to be making more pockets like this. And I'm going to be making more because I love them. I love slow stitching. I love designing. And when when you make something like this, you're making your own design. If you nothing against quilters. I love quilters. People who do quilt, I have so much respect. But when you do a quilt, say you're doing a log cabin quilt or a wedding ring quilt, you're following somebody else's design. Even though they're your own fabrics, you're following somebody else's design. And that's fine, because those are pretty things. But if you do something like this, you design your own. You are the designer. Nobody designs it for you. You do your own. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this video now. And I hope this gives you some ideas of what you can do. And like I say, you don't need these pieces like this. You can come up with your own pieces, your own beads, your own threads, your own embellishments. Anything you want, you can put on there. And yours will be beautiful. Okay, so I ask God to watch over you. Every step you take, every move you make, bring you back safe and sound, and of sound mind and body. I don't know about my mind, but my body's pretty good. And we'll be having another video. And yeah, I don't know what it's going to say. I was going to say something very, very important, but it slipped my mind. Because everything slips my mind lately. I still haven't found my teeth either. Good thing I got the top ones, but them bottom ones, I don't know where I put them. I don't know where I put them. They've been gone about a month now. I might have to buy some new ones. Either that or just don't eat any steak for the rest of my life, which I don't like steak. Anyway, I like stuff that I can chew nicely. Okay, God bless and keep you all, and I will see you on the next video. And here we go, and we say stop.